Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome. Today is the day we've been waiting for, August 15th. Larry, congratulations. Selling from the Heart is now live at barnesandnoble.com.
Hey,
Woo!
hey, Daryl, what's that? I mean, first of all, it's like, wow, I can't believe this is all happening. And second, I go, holy smokes, it's been almost 5 years since the book's come out, and it's still building steam. Still
Well,
building steam.
hey, we just wanted to chime in and just take a few minutes today to celebrate this journey that you've been on, Larry, and Selling from the Heart as a movement has been on. And you're absolutely right. It was 5 years ago, coming up in September, that Selling from the Heart came on the scene. It was a book that you wrote. It was self-published, and it lit a fire.
Now I just gotta say something funny. I mean, this is totally hilarious. So um, there's a whole, hey, thanks, Bill McCormick and Jackie. There's a whole backstory behind all of this, right? We were plugging away on the podcast and so forth, and Daryl knew I wanted to write a book. So long story short, right? I live in Los Angeles. Daryl lives outside of Little Rock, Arkansas. And long story short, we went on a road trip, and there's a whole backstory. I won't unpack it here, but he convinced me to write the book. Well, I will tell you this is next week, Daryl and I are doing a workshop down in Atlanta, Georgia. And he goes, right, he's got to drop his son off at college. And he goes, hey, Larry, why don't you just fly to Nashville and drive in a car with me? We'll drive to Atlanta. And I said, no way. It ain't happening. There's no way I'm doing a 6-hour windshield ride with Daryl Amy gnawing on my ear.
You never know what's going to happen. But hey, look at that. Selling from the Heart live on Barnes and Noble. And this was great because to make this happen, and if you're new to the world of publishing, and we certainly were, to make this happen, we had to get the attention of a New York publishing house. And thank you to everybody out there who has been listening to the podcast, buying the book, leaving reviews for the book. Because what ended up happening is Larry, you got the attention of a New York publishing house. Kayla, yeah, thank you for cheering us on. It's so fun. We got Tegmeyer in the house too. And, so what happened is you got the attention of a New York publishing house. And now what this allows us to do is totally to expand our distribution. And so with the book in barnesandnoble.com right now, and hopefully fingers crossed one day on the shelves of the store, it is really, really cool to see what's going on. So I just want to share this because this is so cool, Larry. This has been literally 5 years in the making, but watch this. There it is, people. barnesandnoble.com. By the way, you may have pre-ordered a book, and huge thank you to everybody that pre-ordered the book. That was so helpful to us. Your book is going to ship out today. You'll get the new release. It's reformatted. It's got a few new nuggets in there, some new success stories. Book looks terrific. And it is right there on barnesandnoble.com. And I'm so, so thankful. Do us a favor. We need some reviews. Now that we're live, we've got to get busy, Larry, get some reviews on Barnes and Noble. But this is going to be huge in terms of growing the movement of Selling from the Heart, just getting the book and the concept in front of more and more like-hearted sales leaders and sales professionals, and even companies that are saying now, hey, we're a Selling from the Heart company. Like this totally aligns with who we are.
No, it is. And I think the biggest thing is, when I wrote this, I had no idea what was going to happen. I had no clue if 5 books would sell, 500 books would sell, 5,000 books would sell. I just wanted to write a book that at least would get reread at least once, maybe twice, but it wouldn't sit on a shelf. I just wanted to write something that would pack a punch.
Mm-hmm.
And then, here we are, pushed 4 years later, and it caught the attention of a New York publisher. And I just believe things happen for a reason. I firmly believe it. But and you were active in this as well. And as I was in conversations, this is what came out of this. I go, it's rare that a book that gets self-published gets picked up by a New York publisher. It's very rare, if at all, that it happens. But it's the whole story. And I'm just a big believer, like we all have stories. but we all can bring books to life. There's a book that you read that you just read again and again and again. And what's just been so cool is the amount of people that said, I've read this book once, twice, three times, and it's changed my life. It feels good. I never set out to do any of this. It just happened. And I just appreciate all the people that I've met along the way, all the lives that I've touched. I'm bringing my why to life in this book, which is I believe success happens when I contribute, right? When I contribute to the well-being of other people. That's selling from the heart in a nutshell. Is you hear it oftentimes, right? If you listen to Daryl and I on the podcast, it's just about giving a rip. And that's all it is. Selling from the heart is just about giving a rip about your clients. It's about giving a rip about yourself and just doing things the right way because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And it has struck a chord. And so we're so thankful to Morgan James Publishing for picking this book up. Now the distribution is going to grow. That means the movement's going to grow. And Larry, I'm noticing, of course, we're brand new on the Barnes & Noble platform. We've got one review so far. Do you want to see it?
I already saw it.
Look at this. There it is. Shout out
I
to
like
our
Tom.
friend.
Tom's a great guy.
Yeah, but I love this. Selling from the Heart is a refreshing and insightful guide that revolutionizes the way we approach sales. And I think that really, really sums it up well in terms of looking at, can we approach sales from a different way? And, so many people already were. And that's what was neat about Selling from the Heart is it's this movement, it's this gathering point of authentic sales professionals and their leaders saying, yeah, this resonates. We believe in this. We're on board. And when we start to see companies grabbing onto this, it's really, really cool because this is the fresh wind, the fresh movement that the sales profession needs in a post-trust, highly skeptical world that we sell into right now.
Absolutely. And I've always said, soft skills will yield you hard dollars, right? We can all define soft skills how we want to define it. These are the necessary skills, especially where trust sits in the sales world today, which we all know is not at the highest level that it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
The defining factor in all of this is how y'all bring your authentic self to the forefront. And it's selling from the heart, and I've seen the quote out there, your authentic self. When you bring your authentic self to the forefront, you have no competition. You really don't. But it's taking an inward look at yourself because the inward work you do will yield you outer success. And, this is what, partnering with Morgan James Publishing, now going to Barnes & Noble, this just helps broaden the movement. It gets us into distribution we just couldn't do on our own.
Yeah. So once again, just a quick word here today to just mark this day, celebrate this moment. This is so exciting, Larry. Thank you again to everybody who pre-ordered the book. And if you haven't got your copy yet, from barnesandnoble.com, get the brand new release. Just go to barnesandnoble.com, look for Selling from the Heart, and you'll see it right there. And two things, you can leave a review and grab an extra copy or grab a bunch of extra copies. I'm just going to say it for your sales team and for your friends, even for your clients. It makes a great gift. And together, what we're doing is we are leaving a review. I want to point out one more thing, Larry, and this is our next step right here. If you notice right at the bottom right, it says pick up in store. Yeah. Okay, we're not there yet. But if we can get enough momentum and enough attention with the Barnes & Noble buyers that work with the actual inventory for the stores, we could notch this up another level and actually get Selling from the Heart in over 600 locations. So people can grab their cup of coffee, wander around, and discover Selling from the Heart. And when that happens, that's going to be another fun day. We'll get to celebrate.
No, I totally agree, but I do have to share with people on this, and I know there's people from all over the U.S. that are watching. But if you're in Southern California, if you're in Thousand Oaks, California, where I live, I'm actually doing a Selling from the Heart book signing October 21st at my Barnes & Noble local bookstore. And what's interesting is they're supplying the books.
Awesome.
So it's a good pinch and poke moment, but to see Selling from the Heart on a bookshelf in my local bookstore would be freaking amazing.
So once again, as we wrap up, congratulations, Larry. This is a massive day in the history of Selling from the Heart. Thank you to everybody who has listened to the podcast, who's bought the book, shared something on LinkedIn. All of this is contributing to this movement of authenticity and trust in the sales profession. And Larry, this is a big day. So I want to say, enjoy it, get that Grande Americano, soak it in, flip through the pages of the new book, smell the dry ink.
I'm not gonna spill my Grande Americano. So sorry, right? Tegmar, you know, I'm a Grande Americano freak. And Daryl is as well. I'm going to go get me an Americano.
There you go. Well, everybody that's watching live and later, thank you from the bottom of our heart here at Selling from the Heart. None of this is possible without you. We appreciate you. And until next time, keep being genuine, keep being authentic, keep building trust. Go to barnesandnoble.com and buy the new edition of Selling from the Heart. And most of all, Larry,
you got to sell from the heart.
That's right. Y'all have a great day.
See you later.